everyone, so this question came to me on TikTok, but I thought I would do a little bit of a longer video because in just a few days we have I don't know, something's going on, I can't remember, an election maybe? Yeah, I think that's what it is. So, the question on TikTok was, serious question, how are you doing? I assume he meant, how are you doing financially this year as an investor, and not, hey buddy, how you doing? I am doing okay, personally. A little nervous about the election, but as an investor, 2020 has been my best year ever. If you've been on this channel long enough, you know that I've been trading stocks from home, for myself, by myself, in my pajamas for the last 10 years. Now, the way I want to answer this question is by saying, yes, this is my most profitable year ever, okay? I've never made so much money, I've never been so profitable, but I've also never been an active day trader until this year. I've been a stock and swing trader. So it's funny because like sometimes I'll go somewhere, I'll meet someone at like a party or whatever, and they'll say, oh, what do you do? And I'll say, oh, I'm a stock trader. And they'll go, ooh, like day trading? And I get all pissy, like I cop like an attitude, and I'm like, no, I'm not a day trader, bro. I'm a stock trader. I'm a swing trader. I buy, I hold, I swing, trade, and that's what I do. And I got like resentful when people would call me a day trader for some reason. I'm not really sure why, because I kind of like it. It limits my exposure, my risks to downside. So let's say hypothetically that I buy a stock on Monday that I think is going to break out over the course of the week. Now, if we're in a bull market, a very strong bull market, and the markets are relatively calm, not a lot of volatility, and we're in this bull market, I'm content to buy on Monday and hold for a week or two or longer as the stock continues to climb. That's what swing trading is. You buy it as it's maybe coming down from a sell-off, you know, maybe profit taking or whatever. You catch it on the way down, and then you ride the wave back up. You swing it back up, and this swing can take weeks, maybe, potentially, but your profit can be much larger. Now, of course, as it's climbing higher, there will be days where it sells off and pulls back a little bit, but as long as it doesn't get anywhere close to break even for me, so if I buy it at 20 and it gets to 27 and then it starts pulling back, I'll usually have a level in mind at which point I say, you know what, it's dropping too much, I'm going to lock in my gains at 25, the rally, I'll look at the charts, I'll look at everything, I'll look at the news, not just sector and stock specific, but broad news, and I'll make a decision based on why I think the stock is coming down and whether I want to lock in my profits here or assume that it's just a natural pullback. Pullbacks are good because they allow the stock to then move back higher. They allow more people to get in at a lower price. Oh, I wanted it when it was 25, now it's 27. I missed my chance. Now it's 25 again. People come back into the stock. Or they don't, and it drops lower, and the rally is over, and the momentum has run its course, and that's the end of that. So, in a bull market, swing trading, I'm totally content to buy and hold for weeks. In what we have now, the markets are incredibly volatile. They're up 1,000 points on one day, they're down 800 points, they're up, they're down. Everything is chaos, everything is scary, everything is uncertain. And so, as a trader, this is one of the things that I talk about most often on my TikTok page. If you're not following me there, you should. The link is in my bio or in the description below. It's important as a stock trader of any kind, swing, day, short-term, long-term, whatever kind of trader and investor, that you have multiple plans. The worst thing that you can have is just the one thing that works for you, because that one method isn't going to work 100% of the time. It's going to work in a specific market, right? So if you're rocking, cruising in a bear market or cruising in a bull market, either one, when things change and your method doesn't work anymore for that new market, whether it's because it was bear and now it's bull, or it was bull and now it's bear, or it's trading flat, or it's very volatile, ups and downs, you need to have multiple trading strategies at the ready. Reason being, if things drop, oh, that was not a good snap. If things drop, there you go. If things drop on a dime or change on a dime, and you're sitting there going, well, my method that worked for the last 2 years no longer works, I don't know what to do, you're going to have to spend time. You're going to have to spend money. You're going to have to step away from trading to research, to invest. I don't know if this is just water on my shirt right here. I think it's water because I was drinking from my cup and there's some condensation. So we'll just say it's water and not grease. Anyway, when you step away to come up and formulate a new strategy, a new plan, a new way of investing, you're not trading anymore. So you need to have multiple plans at the ready. So the follow-up, I would think, from a lot of people will say in the comments on the TikTok video, if this is your best year ever, then you like this market volatility, and maybe you even like the guy in the White House who's responsible for this market volatility. And my answer to you would be no, and also not necessarily. Yes, I've learned new things. Yes, I have a new approach now as a day trader. I've done some day trades in the past, but not actively. So I had the strategy, I had the knowledge in my resources, in my tool chest or whatever. So when the markets got from, if you look at Obama's presidency and you compare it to the Dow Jones over the 8 years, it's mostly on an upward trajectory. There are pullbacks along the way, but it's generally going up. In other words, on the first day or first couple of months into Obama's presidency, if you went in and just loaded up on blue chip, dividend paying, high quality stocks, companies that have been around forever, maybe some growth stocks, maybe some tech stocks, maybe some mutual funds or index funds or whatever, and you just threw a bunch of money in right when Obama was getting elected, the Dow Jones was 6,500 around that time. And then you just walked away and you never looked at the stock market from his first day in office to his last day in office. And on that last day in office, you went and you checked, the Dow Jones would be 18,000 and some change. So you would have done, assuming you're in the right companies, very, very well over an 8-year period. And that's what I did. I would ride these waves up, this momentum up. I would get into a position, I would ride it up, I would sell, I would take my profits, and then I would look for the next stock. But occasionally, there's going to be a really good day trade, an opportunity. So I knew about day trading. I'd done some day trading. And so when Trump came into office, I backed off because I was nervous. And I thought, I expect a war with North Korea. I expect all kinds of crazy. And that didn't happen. Instead, the markets kept going up, but I didn't buy it. So the first year of his presidency, I stepped back. Didn't do very much, period. I just watched. I was like, oh, Dow's hitting a new high, it's inflated, it's bullshit, it's going to crash, and it didn't. Kept going higher. So the second year, I was like, all right, I should start investing, I should start trading again, but I'm very weary, I don't trust these markets, so I'm going to be in my positions less. I'm not going to hold for 2 weeks. I'm not even going to hold for a week. If I have a profit that I'm happy with, even though it's going to be way less, I'm going to take it. So, for some perspective, under Obama's market, I would make, say, $2,000 on a trade. I'd buy it, I'd hold it for a week, maybe longer, I would sell, I would take my $200. Under Trump, I'm obviously not letting the stocks run that long, and they're not running that long for the most part, some are, but the stuff that I trade doesn't. Now I'm taking way smaller profits. I'm talking under $500. But those $500 profits, or even $200 profits, are adding up quite substantially because there are so many of them because I'm trading. So, you're thinking, well, you like Trump now because you've never made so much money. No, I have multiple strategies. So when Joe Biden is elected on Tuesday or in the weeks or months after, I expect the markets to change. And that's what you have to do. You have to roll with it. You have to adapt. You have to move and progress as the markets change because there's never going to be a one-size-fits-all. There's never going to be that one method or that one way of trading that you're always going to be able to do. And so it's important as a stock trader to have those tools because when the markets change, maybe they will, maybe they won't on Tuesday, maybe the markets will change for some other reason moving forward, you need to have those tools at your disposal. So if Joe Biden wins, I don't expect the huge swings, maybe initially, right? Because it's a new president, new rules, new policies, everyone's kind of waiting to see what goes on. Maybe there will be short-term volatility. I kind of expect that. I expect some profit taking because people are going to anticipate his tax plan. But then everything will cool. Everything will relax. everyone will calm down, and then the markets will adapt and change with it. Maybe they'll be volatile, maybe they'll be less volatile. Nobody knows. But I know that I can roll with it. I can adapt. If we have just a mild uptrend rally, I'll go back to my swing trading and I'll incorporate some of my day trading. So hopefully, when I'm combining my two skill sets now, my swing trading and my day trading that I've mostly been doing this year, I'll have more success next year. That's the point. That's the goal. Always learn, always adapt, roll with it, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Please do. Just hit the bell, hit the little notifications thing down below. I put up new videos all the time, and because this is YouTube and you gotta promote your own stuff, I have a new YouTube channel. I'm only mentioning it at the end because I don't want to be that guy who's always talking about all my other stuff. It's called Swole Tales. They're short gym stories from the gym that I used to work at. They're funny, they're annoying, they'll frustrate you if you've ever worked in a gym. I'll put the link for that below. It's in my link tree, so you can follow that channel as well if you're curious. And thanks for watching, and have a good night.